Is this you constantly getting killed? Is this you always losing matches? If this sounds like you, here are 5 tips that will massively improve your gameplay. Tip number 1, free firing. Free firing is just basically the concept of shooting at an angle or a particular place with the expectancy that somebody will eventually be there or is already there. Free firing gives you a massive advantage. It allows for you to kill the enemy at a much faster pace, and it allows that way that the enemy doesn't kill you. Free firing can be used for a variety of reasons, and I actually don't see it happening enough. I don't see enough of players using it enough, and it's something that it should be used a lot more. In BRM, there's a variety of angles. There's a lot of common angles. Some of the common angles like, office elbow, office bridge, Nest Tokyo, NYC taxi alley, any other sort of small tight angle, you should already be pre-firing, and it gives you the advantage over the enemy that is already there or is soon going to be there. Some good examples of pre-firing look like this. Tip number 2, choosing a good weapon. Choosing a good weapon in BRM is extremely important. I see a lot of players, especially newer players, that are just really walking into PvP. They don't really know what weapon to use. Of course, for the sake of time, I'm not going to give you a whole list of the whole metas and, loadouts, stuff like that. That'll come into a later, longer, more complex video. But one, good rule of thumb is that you want a gun that has a high firing rate. Guns with higher firing rates, with the previous tip, you can actually pre-fire and get the kill much sooner. Of course, this does not apply to every single gun or every single map or every single scenario. Overall, some of the best weapons that you should be playing are weapons that, like I said before, are of high firing rate. FAMAS, MP9, Asval, the new MRX series, especially the 5.56 one. Choosing a good, fast, strong weapon that suits you will make your experience in PvP that much more smoother. Tip number 3, be a team player. So, one big mistake that I see a lot of BRM players making is that they're actually not team players. Very commonly, I'll see players going off by themselves and playing by themselves, trying to take a whole section of the map by themselves instead of going with their teammates. This is not what you should be doing. This is what you should be doing. The game was intended to be played in teams. It was intended to be played with a partner or with a group with teammates. You can make a lot of scenarios a 2 versus 1 or a 3 versus 1. Every scenario won't have to be a 1 versus 1 where that section of the map is highly dependent on you. Of course, though, sadly, a lot of teammates in BRM are not that great. So that brings us on to our next tip. Tip number 4, situational awareness. So situational awareness is simple. Situational awareness is just having the ability to understand by using the things around you. So those things like maybe your teammate dying, gunshots, maybe even sound. So for example, our teammate just died, right? Now we know by using situational awareness that there's going to be somebody there, right? So we can come here, use the first tip, pre-fire, and kill the guy that's there. So another good example of situational awareness is that, say we're coming in here trying to take the OBJ, and then we see some gunshots. By using situational awareness, now we know that there's going to be a guy there. We can use the first tip, swing out, pre-fire, and beat him. Tip number 5, be yourself. So this last tip is quite simple, and it's a big mistake that I see everybody making, from the best of the best over towards newer players. A lot of players tend to play something that they're not. Some people tend to be overly rushy or overly aggressive, while some people try to play a little bit too calm down when it does not suit them. Overall, the message I'm trying to send out is that you should be playing the game style that you want to play. If you want to lay back in camp, go ahead. Just make sure that you're constantly improving in the game. And that wraps up the 5 tips that will massively improve your gameplay. If you guys want more tips, go ahead and join BRMCH. Link in the description, and see you guys next time.